Sound design is one of those things you don't notice until you notice it. A game with great sound design might go unnoticed, while most people will probably be able to point out bad sound design. For me, sound has been a big part of games for a long time now. Playing video games really only stimulates two of our senses, sight and sound. The things you hear are basically half the experience. To explain this is quite hard. To make this easier to understand, just open a game with good sound design, open the menu, and then turn it off. The game will still be playable. I bet most of you will still be able to enjoy it. However, it'll feel like something's off. The impact of your actions feel lesser. The world feels emptier. Like an important part is missing. Like a part of yourself fading away. In my experience, sound has to fill a certain type of criteria to emphasize the game. To give feedback to the player, to immerse them in the world and make it more believable, and to exaggerate and enhance different parts of the game. Perhaps the most important part of sound design is to give feedback to the player. Feedback sound is played when the player does, well, anything. This could be swinging your weapon, hitting an enemy, or you getting hit yourself. Having an audio cue when the player does things is trivial. The game is basically telling you, hey, you're doing something. It makes the player feel like they're a part of the game. Just imagine lighting a bonfire in Dark Souls and not hearing that, that's the stuff. Without feedback sounds, the player might as well not be a part of the game. Immersion is something I'd say most game developers strive to have in their games. I'd also say that sound plays a major part in an immersive game. Sounds that are meant to immerse the player are often sounds made by the world and environment, i.e. not the player. These sounds have the complete opposite effect of feedback sounds. Feedback sounds are meant to make the player feel real, while environment sounds are meant to make the world feel real. For a great example of this, then look no further than the menu of The Last of Us. It feels like the world has ended, and you're here to witness what's left of it. It's beautiful, and you haven't even started playing it yet. It almost feels like this world could exist without you. There's a reason these music and ambience videos are popular on YouTube. People want to feel like they're in these worlds. Another game that does this excellently is The Witcher 3. Meditating in the fields of Toussaint makes you feel like you're almost there yourself and the world could go on without you. It's enchanting, and it's a big part of the reason I love the DLC for this game so much. The last purpose sound design has is to enhance certain aspects of the game. This falls under the umbrella of both player and environmental sounds. These are the sounds that exaggerate the things you do. Think of yourself firing a big gun. How would that sound? Probably not like that. It just makes it feel weightless and not powerful in the slightest. Now, make that sound a bit beefier. I'll let you be the judge. If sound effects were as realistic as possible, then the game wouldn't sound interesting at all. It is by enhancing these aspects that the game sort of feels like a game. Other instances of this could be enhancing comedic value, making the game scarier, or making something big feel even bigger.
What does it say?
It only takes a few minutes of playing your favorite game without audio to realize that something's missing from it. Sound design probably won't make or break a game. Anyone can simply turn off the sound in a game and still enjoy it. But if you ask me, sound is just one of those things I appreciate when it's done well. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you should play Titanfall 2. It's so good!